spoilers, so we don't have to. Let's just go to the biggest death and the most surprising one out of
Mako dies in this movie.
Yeah, Mako. I don't know what it is. I call it Mako.
I think it's Mako in the movie.
Yeah. Well, Mako dies, and that was very surprising. I mean,
the way they had the scene going, I thought they were gonna have Gypsy Danger.
Actually, catcher. Gypsy Avenger.
Gypsy Avenger.
This is Gypsy Danger.
Gypsy Avenger going in to actually catch. It seemed like he was gonna catch her in the helicopter, and it just blows up. Which, I mean, I guess it's not like the death in Black Panther where they killed that one guy for like really no reason. This one actually did kind of have an impact because it changed John Boyega's character, so it did motivate him to actually stay and start doing something good. But you still don't have to kill her off.
Yeah.
I
just think I do think that scene, because I just think that's one negative where I was like, no, that is so stupid, is when she died in the helicopter, he got out of the Jaeger. That is the worst idea. And my negatives, I already gave it 9.5 out of 10, so you don't have to think I'm hating on the movie, but like, you would not want to get out of the Jaeger in that situation. I mean, Obsidian Fury was right there.
Another thing about Mako, that this is kind of a complaint, it's just a little bit confusing, was when it started out, they had a girl, and I thought, for a second, okay, so maybe they're having her be like an understudy, basically, so she could talk to her brother. But then it was kind of confusing. They both looked like identically the same, except one was wearing white, and then Mako was wearing like black, I think. But like I didn't know, like in the trailers, I thought that was Mako, and that wasn't even Mako. So Mako's actually not even being shown in the trailers. It's
not because they're just both the same race. I literally thought the trailers. I was like,
one was in Comic Skull Island, which I think was the one that wasn't Mako.
Yeah, that's why I was like, why is this person being a jerk to freaking Newt here? He was the one helping him out.
And then for a second, I thought she was the one that was like, because it seemed like she kept saying that this was something she's waited for her entire life, and I thought maybe she was gonna like want to take over the world with all those things that she was having that guy create.
Yeah.
So that the turn that it took with him being partially controlled by the kaiju, which is another probably the second biggest spoiler, or the biggest spoiler.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely wasn't. I didn't hate it. It was just. Yeah. It was just. It was a direction no one really saw coming, and it makes sense. I mean, it wasn't. It showed him being in his house with that. I mean, when he ever first did that in the first Pacific Rim, I mean, it makes sense that would mess with your mind. But and he's still partially there because you saw him a couple times acting like himself. It wasn't like he turned into a kaiju or anything like that. So he'll still come back, I think, in the next one.
Yeah, because that's what I thought. I didn't like that when I thought he was literally turning back. Because you remember in the first one he says. He's like bragging about how much he liked a kaiju. So I thought he was actually turning evil, but he was mind controlled. So
I did like the aspect when they showed the news, all the fake news channels. I like that they didn't try to make it real. But but they showed like there was actually people that were like kaiju worshippers, whatever. What was it?
Well, it was the kaiju people that actually liked kaiju.
Well, I believe that because I mean, let's look around the world now. I mean, there'd be psychos like that would be like thinking that they were meant to come in the world. They didn't want it to happen.
Yeah, those were the people, and that's what I thought the hybrid Jaegers were going to be controlled by. Is the people were saying like this is our destiny, and because they were living in their bodies, like they need to come and take us out. Which obviously that's not right, but There would be. I mean, look at the freaking people on the streets now. I can see that happening. But
it starts out with like what we said, like a backstory of the first movie, and then it goes to seeing Jake, basically like partying, not doing what he's supposed to be doing. He got arrested again for like a bunch. I'm not sure how many times in a row, but his Mako's talking to him, and then basically him and the girl that he met, Mara, and basically got her in trouble. They go to the Jaeger program area. And she gets put into the cadet program, and he goes back to start because I guess he was a Jaeger pilot before, so that's why he's able to get in there. He's obviously he had fought with that guy before, so he said, "Remember our moves." So there's something there. But then it just kind of goes into that.
Yeah, we can probably just go. I guess let's just go to the fight. So the Obsidian Fury and Gypsy Avenger fight in the beginning. Then Mako dies, and he gets out of there.
And that fight really wasn't. It was kind of long. It was probably the shortest fight of them all, probably. It's probably the same exact when he fights him again. And not sure which
Arctic fight.
That Arctic fight, it was probably the same length there, and that was I probably like that one the most out of those two. And then you really don't see. When they showed that the Jaegers that he had Newt had created were like bad. I was hoping there would actually be kaiju that were actually not in robots because it's like seeing those better.
Yeah.
So I was glad to see at least a couple got out. or 3 got out. So that's another thing. So 3 got through the portal, and that's when they try to form at the end.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. So the one was getting out of the portal, and he got chopped in half, right?
Well, that one was just dead.
Just so did 3 get out
3
before that, just
that.
get out of there? Yeah, that's what I was kind of... It wasn't confusing at all. I mean, I was just kind of... But I did like how so that when Gypsy Avenger takes out Obsidian Fury, spoiler alert, Obsidian Fury dies, he like cuts him with the move, and then he punches through his chest and takes him out, which I thought was pretty cool. Then why don't we just go to the main fight?
And
with the...
didn't 2 die? Did the orange one not die?
Oh.
I mean, I guess the people that only one pilot died.
Yeah. So let's go to the the 3. They say basically that after that portal and that scene with the drone.
The one that had like the big thing on its arm. That one had 3 people in it with Mara. When the 3 one got basically knocked out and was getting like ripped apart. I only thought one escape pod got out, but I guess all 3 got out because you see him later on.
Yeah, because the one, so basically after the drone, the little pieces of flesh invade those 1 drones and they're attacking that place. And then the 3 that got out, it says there's 2 category 4s and 1 category 5, and they're all going to the volcano. And that's when that fight, I think it's so much, it's like, because all the Jaegers, the 3 Jaegers, let's see if I can remember their names, freaking Saber Athena, Bracer Phoenix, Bracer Phoenix is the one with the ball chain, and then gosh darn it, I cannot forget.
So Phoenix is the one that had the 3 in it.
Yeah, I cannot forget this other freaking kaiju's name.
The one that had the whip?
Yeah. Gosh darn it.
That's the one that gets killed, like, the most. Well, that's the one that one of the pilots in it dies. I guess one of the pilots is still alive. So there was 9 pilots going into that final fight scene, and only 1 died. Which, I thought they were going to kill off a couple of the kids, because they didn't flesh them out that much, so it wouldn't have been that bad if they died. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to die, but...
Guardian Bravo. I'm sorry if that's your favorite. I don't know why I forgot that, but yeah. So basically, I like how the thing takes them all out because the giant. So after they're doing good against the 3 smaller ones, but then they combine into the huge one, and basically those 3 get taken out. But I think that's more realistic because if you think about it, it's like the teenagers going in, and if they just take them out, that I feel like they'd be unrealistic. That's why when they get destroyed, they just get freaking like the one in the tail takes them out.
That way, it shows the kaiju aren't like. It shows like good progression. We made the comparison driving back in The Last Jedi when Rey, who still is not even that trained as she had like 1 lesson with Luke Skywalker, and that was it. Basically she just cut a rock in half.
Yeah.
Which I understand she's talented, but she's starting to kill the best, like one of the most evil people in the galaxy, Snoke's guards, and is able to kill them like it's. I didn't think she got injured. Kylo actually got injured. He had more training than she did.
Well, she might get cut on the arm. That doesn't matter, though.
So the fact that she's that made me think that okay, this is just those people need to be more powerful than that. So like showing the kaiju kicking these Jaegers apart because of the young pilots, even the mature pilots, the 2 Jake and I think Nate or Nathan was those 2 guys. So I guess it wasn't Raleigh, but. It just showed it makes sense. Like the way they took it out had to be like a crazy way to take it out.
Yeah, and so that's good. So basically, it's going towards the volcano, and basically the thing knocks down.
It's one of these rocket things that the one, not new, but the other guy created, and basically to where they could fly to where they were to get there quicker. And there was 1 left, and they had to go up into space basically, and they only had enough power to get up into the air to where they had to fall down, and they had to redirect how they were falling to get this last kaiju.
Yeah.
And I thought they could have stayed in it to survive. I didn't think they needed to get out. I mean, because the other thing's falling just as fast as he is.
I think the only reason they did that is because they were gonna go head first, and their
visor
was open.
Well, yeah, but they went with their fists.
Yeah, but the head probably would have freaking got wrecked. But that's why at the end the kaiju, because they freaking run into it, and he comes out. He's like on the side of the volcano, and he growls. And falls down. I mean, I just think that thing could easily still be alive.
I mean, obviously the heartbeat was dead, but I mean that happened in the last one, and it came back to life. So I think it's obviously not dead.
And then basically the
and I guess one other, and then the ending.
Well, you can talk.
Well, the one guy they said, well, he had a plan B, whatever that was, and he gets knocked out by Nate, and then at the end you see Jake talking to him, and basically it's not Newt anymore. It's still he's still there. But he's really controlled by this kaiju, whatever.
It's like Bruce Banner and Hulk. They're both.
Which I think the next one they'll just completely get him back, even though because he's basically telling him through the body to tell to tell the kaijus that they're like that alien race that they're gonna be now. I guess they're gonna be searching for them to destroy them there, which is probably gonna be the next storyline, probably.
Yeah, if the next one gets made, that's definitely
it'll get made.
That would definitely be interesting because if they're going to their planet, that would definitely obviously that sounds awesome. And
one thing I thought they could do is have like a couple of the old Jaegers come back and just rebuilt just because I'm sure they weren't ripped into that many pieces.
They could rebuild it.
Like that's why I thought at the end they might have two, like obviously not the same people, but different people running those same Jaegers. Because like I guess there were maybe not the only one that couldn't come back is the one that went to that portal, but that one can be recreated. But the other two that were like the 3-arm one and the other one that I liked with like the
Cherno Alpha.
So like those two, I thought they could have brought those back. Maybe they'll bring them back in the next one. It was definitely a really good movie. Definitely what I wanted to see when I came in. Definitely worth seeing. It's definitely not a good time definitely not remember in 2 days.
Yeah,
and it's definitely not a C-. I mean, I give it an A- for this kind of movie. I mean, I'm not comparing it to like a Shawshank Redemption type movie, but it's just for like a monster movie. Like what I expected. I came out.
If you go there if you go there for what the advertisements give you is robots versus robots, kaiju versus robots, that's what you're going to get.
You even get good characters if you want to look at it. I mean, if you look at it positive, I mean, there really wasn't any characters that were like meaningless. Like they were all fleshed out enough that for me, except the kids that you don't really know. You don't really need to know each kid's backstory. I mean, they're all there training.
That'd be ridiculous.
And you actually even get the backstory of one of the other girls that was training. So. I don't know how many backstories you even want.
Yeah. The Santa Monica Pier scene is when that.
Well, I was talking about the other girl.
Yeah, okay. Well, did we talk about the Santa Monica Pier one? Well, basically that one. What's her name?
That was a pretty cool design of that kaiju.
Yeah, she's on the
Mara.
Mara's on the bridge or the boardwalk.
You see in the trailer.
Santa Monica Pier. And he comes up and she's like she's separated by her family and then her family is freaking crushed.
I don't know how many backstories you want, Chris.
Well, I liked how
I really don't. Chris, if you're watching this video, I don't understand what you really want.
Yeah,
like,
and Jeremy,
you
need to clean it up. Come on, you can't be giving this 2 days.
I just don't understand because do you really want a 20-minute backstory about these people's lives? Maybe
you name your dogs after the first one.
Maybe Jake, the character of Jake, they could have had him have maybe like a flashback scene with his dad, Idris Elba, like maybe talking. Maybe they could have done that. But they gave us enough. A movie like this needs to be. It's better when it's quicker sometimes with the fight scenes. It really wasn't. I was never bored. I mean, there was really no boring scenes in it because they weren't long enough to be boring.
Yeah, and just one more thing before we close off is the Uni Baba, that freaking the crab monster from the first one. I was glad that made an appearance because they were doing that training against him, and that's actually another thing. The Titan Redeemer one. People hopefully they weren't looking forward to that. Because that thing did not do anything. Because that's the one that had the ball chain originally. Remember, it just got its leg melted and crushed.
I thought that's the one that had the three.
No, that was Bracer Phoenix. It took the ball chain off of that one. Can you believe that? That did not. They didn't really tease him that much because he didn't really do anything. He shot one of them, but
if I had to compare it to the first one, I feel like the first one might have better fight scenes. Just a little bit, just with kaiju. But I mean, it's not like it's that much. Like I really like the water fight scenes in that first one. Like that first kaiju you see in the first one, like deep in the water out there. Like, I feel like that's really cool.
Yeah.
And maybe if they could kind of fight out in the water a little bit, which they can do that for the next one. It was still really good. I just think if I was comparing all the fight scenes, the first one decided I feel like more. There's just more kaiju in the first one, but they can't really help it because the first one was when the apocalypse was still going on, so... And
people, because from the first one, I really wanted to see Jaeger versus Jaeger. It's like, that was actually a pretty interesting concept. If you do Jaeger versus Jaeger, that means you have to take out a scene where you could have a kaiju.
So there's a lot of storylines that they can go with this, and I hope to see more.
I think we just really like monster movies, and we're obviously not nearly as critical.
We got what we wanted, and we hope that you got to see it too and support movies like this, because...
Keep it going.
We gotta get this movie... Worth it. Let's at least get over the budget, so that way they can start making more, and... Hopefully later on down the road they connect this with the Godzilla and Kong universe, which is easy to connect considering they can have portals just pop them anywhere. Even though I don't know if they're gonna have Kong swimming through a portal like that. They'll have to have it like maybe they can have one just form in the air. But
I mean, don't let the criticism get this movie down because there's some really cool scenes.
Don't listen to Chris, Jeremy, or
if you want to see Yeager's,
you can listen to them, but don't let them decide if you like it or not. You can still like, and there's a lot of movies that I agree with their opinions, and a lot of that I don't agree.
Because I doubted whether I was gonna like the movie, and they really brought me down, but I ended up liking it. So there's a lot of cool scenes.
Don't let them bring you down.
Make your own opinion, and we'll see.
And that was our spoiler review. So we've done a non-spoiler and spoiler review of this Pacific Rim Uprising movie, and so that was our spoiler review of Pacific Rim Uprising. And we will see you guys in the next movie review. Bye, guys.